Thank you, Terry. I forgot to turn my forgot to turn the mic on. I'm a little tired still from my trip to New Orleans. So I will start all over again. It is Artist Weekly Update number 17. It is October 10th or October 18th, and can you hear me now, Terry? Hopefully you can. Um, But yeah, as I was saying before, I may try to figure out how to trim this, or I may just leave it the way it is. Thank you, Terry. But yeah, so I have been on vacation. I just got back a week or yesterday for a long trip to New Orleans. I was there starting last Friday and got back not late last night, about 7 o'clock last night. And yeah, we had an amazing time. We met up with, we left early Friday morning and left, or got there uh, around 6 or 7 on Friday night. We had a really nice drive, real easy. Luckily, the I-10 was completely open after the hurricane went through. They had it all opened up. I think right after I was done with the live stream, we found out that all of I-10 was open, so it made our drive a lot easier. Made it there really smoothly. Met up with my dad and my stepmom, and then got to hang out with them through the whole trip. My dad was in classes through the first few days because that's the whole reason he was there was classes for his work. So while he was in class, my wife, my stepmom, and I walked around a huge chunk of New Orleans. I mean, we went everywhere. We walked everywhere. Bourbon Street, the French Quarter. We ended up in the historic district, the Garden District, which is about the same thing. Um, we ended up. Where else did we go? Jackson Square. I mean, just everywhere. We walked everywhere. My car didn't come out because you can just walk everywhere, and see a ton of stuff. So my car never left the garage. My feet were already killing me by the end of Sunday. But we had a very awesome, incredible time. Got to check out a bunch of food. That was my main thing. I think I talked about it in earlier episodes, or I've talked about it on my social media stuff. I love going to new places and trying out the local food. So I got to try a bunch of different stuff. The very first night we went to a place called Pat O'Brien's. It was a very cool bar that was over by Bourbon Street, and it was huge. We ended up going into the wrong side. We went on to the bar side instead of the food side. So you walk in, and the left side has like a long bar with a giant television for sports. The right hand side had another bar with dueling pianos. And then you keep walking down this long aisleway. You end up into the courtyard area. The courtyard is huge all on its own. And we walk around the corner and finally find the front entrance for the food spot. And we got to eat outside uh, under the stars. Well, a little bit under the stars. It was a little cloudy. But yeah, it was really cool for my dad and my stepmom because they're they're from Ohio and still live up there. So you don't get cool places eating outside like that. So we had a great time there, and I ended up trying. And I'm gonna kill some names. I'm already gonna warn you on that one, but I got to try crawfish etouffee, and oh, it was delicious. It was this plate like this big with a thing of white rice in the center, and then a bunch of crawfish with some sauce all around it. And I'm very picky with what I eat, but I'm trying to try new things, taste new things, and especially when I'm in a place like New Orleans that has all this famous food, I wanted to try everything. So the crawfish etouffee was very very good. I really enjoyed that. And then what else did I try? Oh, and while we were at that place, I tried gumbo. You could get a small thing of gumbo, and I got more of a seafood style one. I guess there's a bunch of different styles. I only tried one, but I got gumbo there, and that was really good. I really enjoyed that. And then the other thing I tried, what else did I try? I tried jambalaya. Not the biggest fan of jambalaya. It's good, a little more on the spicy side because I tried two different versions. It was a little bit more on the spicy side and a little bit on the drier side than what I like with, especially my rice. It was still good, just not my favorite. I also did. I don't know what else they called it. There was like I tried it at two different places, and it was two different names at each place. But it was basically redfish, and it was a fried crusted fish with one version had little crawfish on top, and the another version had little shrimp on top, and it was covered with like this butter garlic sauce. Oh, it was amazing. It was the that was my favorite dish the whole time, and the I tried it in a place. I can't remember the name of it, but there was this one place that was right across the street from our my dad's hotel, and it was very nice. Like it looked kind of cool from the outside, and then we went in, and it was very nicely decorated. Lots of brick, like almost white picket fence kind of stuff, and it had like a little bit of a second story. It was so cool, very nice, and the food was amazing. And I picked off little bits here and there of different stuff that the rest of the family got. We did go to Cafe Du Monde for beignets. I believe I said all that right. We'll see. But that was good. I think people hyped it up a little bit too much. It's a to me it was like a bit of a fancier donut. It was still tasty, but I think I had too many people hype it up a little too much, so it didn't live up to the expectations. But it was nice. We got to sit in the cafe and enjoy that experience. That was like one of those places. Oh, you have to hit. You have to hit. So we did that and had a really good time. Um, we also went on a 2 hour cemetery and garden district tour. The garden district was really cool because you got to the person that was our guide. They told you about all the architecture in New Orleans and how certain ones came to be, how it started off, and how things changed, and a little bit of the mix, and a lot of history through all that. So that was really neat. The cemetery we checked out was really cool, and like the I would really suggest going on this one. I'll have to ask my wife. So if anybody's going to New Orleans and wants to know the tour, she'll probably remember the name because I cannot remember it. But it was a very nice. They have like it's a smaller company that's getting built up. They had like 10 different uh, guides, and the one that we got was very informative. She was very cool, and you learn a lot about the city and what all goes on in there, and especially the cemetery. The cemetery was really neat on how they handle their families that passed away and how things roll there. It was really cool, and I learned so much just from that 2 hour tour. And then after that, we went on a an old steamboat uh, ride down the Mississippi. Um, and you had lunch on there and everything, and there was a jazz band playing, and it was very cool. The food was like I've been on a couple of cruise food things, and they haven't been the greatest. This one was amazing. The food was nice and hot, very tasty. I had fish again. I had a lot of fish while I was there, and yeah, uh, just it was the food was great. Everywhere we went, the food was great. There was only one spot that I did not like the food so much. If you're curious on what it is, message me and I'll let you know. Because I would suggest not going there, but I'm not gonna bash anybody on here. I can't remember the other place. We hit this one spot, and it was the first place I tried the redfish. Um, it was near or on Bourbon Street. I got some of the roads mixed up because you kind of just start wandering through all that area, and it gets a little mashed up, and it's kind of crazy. And so we get into this place, and it was we checked out the menu. It looked really good. I'm like, cool, let's try it out. And we go and like table for four, and the bottom half it looked like a house, and I'm pretty sure it was a house at one point, and the bottom was packed. So I'm waiting for it's gonna be a few minute wait. No, he goes follow me, and we go up these small set of stairs, and you go upstairs, and it's the second floor, and it's all full of tables and a little bar and everything. So we sit down and we order our food and we're waiting for it, and we notice that there's a balcony right outside. So you climb out. It's climbing out a window, a regular house window, and you're looking over. I'm pretty sure it was Bourbon Street, and it was. We were watching some of the people. My dad and I were having a fun time watching the people, and had a really good time. We ended up. We were walking around one of the nights, and we were over by Cafe du Monde and kind of that area, which I think was a little bit more the French Quarter. And there was a random parade. It was like a full. It wasn't like full Mardi Gras, but it was Mardi Gras style. They even threw the beads and everything, and it was for like a Hispanic heritage something or other. So it was a good 30-minute parade, and they had dancers, they had floats, they had all the stuff, and they're throwing beads, they're whipping beads at people. It was kind of scary. I almost saw an old lady taken out. Um, so yeah, that was a very cool, unexpected surprise. And then another thing we ended up running into, there's a ton of artwork, art and artists in New Orleans, and I was informed on that when we were heading down. And I checked out a bunch of galleries, bunch of local artists, but we ended up going to Jackson Square because there was this. My wife's very fascinated with old school style giant churches, so I knew there was one there. So we ended up going over. I think it was Saturday or Sunday. I can't remember which one, but we walked over there to check it out, and there it was Saturday because it was the first day for them. And Jackson Square is like this. You're in a big square, of course, and it's there's like this garden kind of thing in the middle, garden slash little park thing, and it's surrounded by this really nice metal fence, and the whole around it, they allowed artists, street artists, any kind of artists to set up and do sell their work there. So I posted a picture of like one end with me kind of in the corner, and like you could see a bunch of the creators behind me. We went around twice to see all the artists, and I ended up buying a bunch of artwork. So let's see. Um, these two are for Kayla. Let me see if the name's behind here. Oh, if you would like to know the name of the person, message me because she is originally from China, and I cannot pronounce that name. Um, but yeah, I'll put this in. If you're watching this later, hopefully I have it all the info below. But these were two prints that we got, and they're all gonna be backwards because of the way the camera is. But yeah, this was one of theirs, and then this is what the cemeteries looked like, and this is what the cemetery looked like that we were in. So my wife really dug this artwork, and I really loved it too. All these people had really giant pieces. I wish I would have had more money and been able to buy a larger piece. But you get what you can afford, and you support the people that you can. So this one is by an artist named Ricky Charles, and this is actually painted on wood that was salvaged from Hurricane Katrina. There was a lot of artists that did stuff like that. Some people took like whole pieces of like shutters and painted like two different paintings on it. Giant pieces of wood, all kinds of different stuff. They salvaged a lot of that from Katrina and are selling, making artwork out of it and selling it. So this is a original painting that we got, and we're gonna redo the bathroom. The bathroom's currently all like Irish themed. It's got a couple, like a painting of mine and some Irish knickknacks and stuff that we got. So I think we're gonna turn it into a travel bathroom, so we can put all this artwork up that we got, and hopefully get some more artwork down the road. But yeah, you can see it. It says New Orleans and Love Street. So they had a ton of different ones of these. And this is the one Kayla liked the most. So I was trying to behave with my money. But if I ever make it back, I will add more of these to my collection because these were really cool. And like if you feel over it, he went with the spiral of the wood. I don't know if you can kind of see it, but like where all that spiral is, you can actually feel it because that's the way the wood went. And it's a very cool piece. And then it has a certificate of authenticity on the back, and his story and everything. So yeah, this was a really cool piece. And then the last piece of actual artwork I got, excuse me, these were 10 different pieces. Kind of, it was almost right across the street from Jackson Square was a small art gallery, but it was put on by a bunch of different artists. There was a ton of different artists in there, and it was more of the street artist style stuff. And I don't know how it all worked, but it was, they had a bunch of different local artist stuff. And I saw this guy's stuff earlier. I don't have the name. I'd have to, it looks like Reggie Ford, if that's correct on the back. But these are wood pieces, These might have been Katrina pieces as well, but we've got a series of 4 different pieces from this person. So we got that one, a little bit of music in the fleur-de-lis. And for those of you who don't know, I really like the fleur-de-lis. I'm a Boy Scout, Eagle Scout, so every time I see the fleur-de-lis, I think Boy Scouts because that's their symbol. So there was a lot of different things with the fleur-de-lis that I wanted to get, and I had to behave. But Reggie's artwork was very cool. Here's another one. So this is the church from uh, Jackson Square. I have pictures of that. I'll be posting up all my pictures from my vacation on all my social media probably within the next week or so. I gotta go through all of it, but that's the church. This was like multi pieces, and I didn't. We saw a giant piece where it was like a whole bunch of big things of New Orleans, like the big football stadium there, different things that were all part of like the restaurants, one of the shotgun houses, and then there's little guys playing music and jazz all through the thing. So yeah, I hopefully I think I got his card, so I want to be able to get the rest of the artwork. And then we really like this one, the Bayou. So yeah, we got that set of 4. So that's all the artwork I got. And then I collect different things here and there. Though I was associated. Yeah, the symbol's definitely the Musketeers as well. And then when you're in New Orleans, it's their main logo, and then you got the New Orleans Saints. So there was all kinds of good stuff. Um, but I collect different things, and we like to collect. When Kayla and we've done a lot of traveling together. We've done a lot of traveling because of conventions and stuff like that. I've been to several different cities, different areas. We've gone on different vacations. And I don't always like getting t-shirts because t-shirts get old or get boring or whatever. So the newest thing I've been collecting 2 different new things. The one's my little personal collection. The other one is a collection Kayla and I have been doing. So the first one is I try to find the Hard Rock Cafe everywhere we go and get a set of drumsticks with the place's name on it. So this is a new set that I got with New Orleans on it. I have Chicago. I have New York. I have another set. I can't remember what it is, but yeah, I've been working on that collection a little bit. And then the other thing we've been getting and really like getting and trying to find for ourselves and for my mom is tree ornaments. Christmas tree ornaments. We really like to be able. Kayla and I have been getting together our own Christmas tree. Trying to fill it, and we have superheroes. We have what else do we have? Superheroes, princesses. She has this whole collection line of princess shoes that you could get at Disney World, and they were an artist that designed the each high heel to represent a different princess. So I'll have to show that once we get into the Christmas time. I'll show those off or show off the whole tree to you guys. But yeah, I wanted to make sure that we got a cool ornament representing our trip to New Orleans. So I got one of the street lamps, and it has the French Quarter, New Orleans, Bourbon, and Royal, which is the 2 bottom ones are major roads in New Orleans. And then I didn't grab it. I gave it to her already, but I got my mom a Santa or a gator dressed up as not Santa. I skipped the Santa one. Oh, he's dressed up in Mardi Gras stuff. So he has the Mardi Gras hat with the colors and an umbrella and everything. He looks really cute. So yeah. Now New Orleans did have a bunch of really cool shirts. I would have come home with like 5 more, but I behaved. I kept it to 3. I didn't grab the other 2 because I didn't know how interested you guys would be in shirts. But I did get this one. I know it's hard to read, but it's New Orleans burlesque, tattoos and all kinds of good stuff. So I snagged that one for myself. Got another straight New Orleans one, and then I got one from Pat O'Brien's that has the Pat O'Brien's on the back. So you may catch those in future episodes. So make sure to keep an eye out for the New Orleans shirts. So yeah, that was my trip. We had a great time. It was really great to hang out with my dad and my stepmom. It's been a good few months since I've seen them. I think the last time I was up in Ohio, April. So it's been really nice. I've been able to see them like every few months. I saw them now. I saw them in April. They came down to me in December to spend Christmas with me. Um, so yeah, we've been having a really good time. It's always great to see my dad and my stepmom. I wish we could see each other more. But yeah, I got the hell out of Ohio when I could. So hopefully one day they'll retire and decide to move a bit more south. But I try to sneak it in every so often. I'm like, come on, just a little closer, a little closer. I don't. It's rough going to Ohio. It's especially like any time that's not summertime. It's cold as hell up there, and I freeze to death. So great time to seeing them. My dad was really happy to have us with him. I wish I could have spent a little bit more time with him, but he was able to get off half day the Monday, and then we had him the full day on Tuesday. So we were able to take him around to a couple really cool spots that we found and just have a really nice time. So yeah, now I am back from vacation. It is back to work. It is back to getting to everything. This weekend I will probably be recouping a little bit. I'm still a little on the tired side. I had to go back to the day job this morning, so I had to work today and I'll work tomorrow, and then a nice couple of days off again for the weekend. So it's more just getting everything. I don't know if you can tell, but the art room's a little bit of a mess again. I have tons of laundry to do. So I don't know how much stuff I'll actually get done art-wise this weekend, but hopefully get back into the swing of things starting on Monday. I know I'm getting in touch with my buddies, the Kitchen Killers, who I talk about all the time. Uh, as far as I know, the mashup episode with them is going to be happening still on October 30th. I'm just waiting to hear back from Billy. But we're going to be doing on their Facebook Live at 7:05. We're going to do a little mashup show. They'll play some music. I'm going to try to do one of my tree paintings and hopefully have a good time doing that. There may be some food stuff involved, of course, because they are the Kitchen Killers. So look forward to that a little bit later. Well, probably a little over a week away now, give or take. I'm so lost on days still. I'm still working on getting that back. But yeah, that's coming up. November 4th is Daytona Beach Comic Con, which is Sunday in Daytona. It's a one-day convention. I am a guest creator there. I'll be hanging out there all day, selling off my artwork. If there's anything special, like a specific painting, specific piece of artwork that you really want, please message me so I can make sure to bring it. I will not be bringing all my stuff. Number one, I don't have a big space to show off everything. Number two, I'm hopefully getting my artwork over in a, what do you call it? A place down in Melbourne, Florida, to show it off for the holidays. So I may not have everything with me. I got to get in touch with the people on that. But hopefully that'll be coming up. I don't know if I talked about it the last time I was on here, but I did do some t-shirt designs for Tom and Dan. They're doing a fan t-shirt design contest. So all the fans that are creators, artists, designers like myself can toss in as many ideas as they want, designs and stuff. And they're going to be, Tom and Dan will be picking out two winners, I believe, and they'll be announcing it at their Halloween party, which is later this month. I can't remember which day it is exactly, but hopefully I put in 4 designs. I'm really proud of all of them. There was one I did, 3 was like kind of the same design, but like 3 different ways. So they could either do 2 shirts, 2 different shirts, one featuring Tom, one featuring Dan, or they could do one shirt with both designs kind of mashed up together to feature both of them. And then another one I did of it was all like, it was my style with the spray paint spots, the dripping and everything like that, and it says Tom and Dan BDM for life, all that cool stuff. So I'm really hoping one of them gets picked. I don't care which one. A little bit of me is rooting for the splatter one because it's really my style and it'd be really cool to be able to buy my own shirt design. But keep your fingers crossed that I win with that, because that would just be a nice little, it's like a little notch for me going, being able to be more part of one of my favorite podcasts. So that's coming up. So, and then November 10th is SmashCon 10. It is Smash Comics and Games 10-year anniversary. It's also a toy drive for Toys for Tots. We will be doing, they'll be taking donations for the toys for the holidays, because those are right around the corner. And especially with events like the hurricane that just rolled through, Hurricane Michael. There's a lot of people in need. There's always a lot of people in need, but there's going to be even more this year with the hurricane taking out those areas. So please come by, bring an unwrapped new toy to donate, and then support local artists. I will be there. My buddy Cruz will be there. My buddy Gray Hollow will be there. Orlando Collector Deviants will be there. It's going to be a great one-day event. Smash is an awesome place. They're doing giveaways, sales, all kinds of good stuff. I just posted the flyer on all my social media, so make sure to check that out. My name is on there, which is always cool. Makes me feel all nice and tingly. But yeah, come out, support a great event. It's probably one of my last events I could think of doing, unless I do something with the place I'm trying to get my artwork up. Other than that, I'm going to start getting together everything. I'm going to do holiday sales. I'm going to do Black Friday weekend sales. I may toss some stuff up on eBay that I'm trying to just clear out for the new year, get some space in here. So keep an eye on both of those. And I will be posting all that below. Still working on the transition to the new brand. That is in the works. Everything's about settled. If you follow my JB Designs Facebook page, the fan page, that will be closing at some point. It won't be doing it. I won't be closing it until after the first of the year. But if you are a fan of the JB Designs page, please keep an eye out for the JBauerart page, or just search JBauerart, all one word. That is going to be the new page. That's going to be the main page. The JB Designs will get deleted eventually, so please like, share, and all that good stuff. Hit subscribe here. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. I will warn you, I'm going to look into it again this weekend. This channel may have to be closed, and I may have to start from scratch because I am still unable to change my custom URL. I have to try to figure out a way to message or email YouTube to see if I get it fixed. But as far as I know of, once you set one, you cannot change it. And the one I set was, I didn't even remember doing it. It was from years ago. And I set it to the JB Design stuff, and everything's going to be JBauerart. So please just keep an eye out, keep an ear out. I will post as much as possible. The two best places to really follow me, if you're an Instagram person, follow Instagram. That's the best way to follow things. I let you know when things are coming up, when art shows are coming up, where art is, if I'm doing sales, how to find me, where to find me, what I'm up to. Like when I was on vacation, I posted as much as I could here and there so you could keep track of my vacation fun. So Instagram at JBauerart. And then the other thing, if you're a Facebook person, not an Instagram person, you really should join my artist group page. It's just search Josh Bauer or JBauerart. It should pop up. It's like JBauer/Josh Bauer artist fan page, and join that group. I think you're able to see stuff a little bit easier. It's already changed. It's not going anywhere. I already was able to change it from JB Designs to JBauerart. So please follow that. I am not on Pinterest. I have enough things to try to post to. So I am currently not on Pinterest. I may look into it. I don't know. It gets exhausting trying to post on everything. One of these days I will look for the multi-posting like Hootsuite or whatever those are. I will get to that one of these days. And that might be part of the rebranding too, is bringing in some new social media. But yeah, I got to get some artwork done. Hopefully she will be worked on this next week. I got to get her done, and then I got to start on mini canvases for Christmas, and then I got to get this done and that. Yeah, it's everything's going crazy. If you are, it never fails. It has to. The live stream has to cancel once. Is that my tone for get the hell off? I don't know. I'll have to see if it's at the 30 mark every time, because it seems like it. But yeah, it's if you're looking for anything artwork wise, if you want to get, back here, I know it's hard to see, but the poster behind me, that is a frame poster. It's of my Batman villains piece. I call it Long Night, and it features 20 different iconic villains of Batman. Come on. And it features Batman himself. It's the poster's usually $40. If you want the frame version, it's $100. If you're in Central Florida, we can definitely meet up and get together and do all that fun stuff. course, like I've always talked about. I really shouldn't clamp them. My fairies, like I've said, I've have over a dozen different versions. There has to be a version for you that you could be interested in. This is the Clown Fairy. She's part of the Performer series. She's of course Goofy. I actually worked with Joker's Harley out of, I believe she's in California. She's a cosplayer. She, of course, does Harley Quinn and does a very good job at her. She has several other amazing cosplays, and she put up a comparison picture of, if you can't handle me at this, you don't deserve me at this. So I really enjoyed the picture. I thought it would be a perfect fairy. So I asked her if I could use the image to create the clown fairy. And she was actually, I think, the first performer fairy I did. And I think I have 2 or 3 of them now. I want to add more to the performer fairies. I may do a different clown one eventually too. But yeah, the painting is available for $175. I also have prints for $15 and mini prints for $3. And from now until Christmas time, all of my prints are buy 2 get 1 free. So if you get 2 original size prints, you can get 1 for free. If you get 2 mini prints, you can get 1 for free as well. Just message me. You can message me, contact me through here, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Just search JBauerart. The only one that won't pop up is Twitter, because I'm not changing that one because Twitter is not my friend. But yeah, just search JBauerart, get a hold of me, and we will get you squared away. And I try to charge too much for shipping and for the paintings. So other than that, thanks for joining me, guys. I hope you... What size is the Batman one? The poster behind me, the frame is 24 by 36. I believe the length is definitely around 36. I can't remember what the height is. Here, we'll do it. Yeah, I think it's 18 by 36. And then it fits really nice in a 24 by 36 inch frame. I really like having the black behind it because it almost makes it look like a frame from a movie. So yeah, and that size is 40. Excuse me. And then I have a smaller one. It's around this big. That's considered a regular size print. That one's 15. So if you're interested, Terry, just let me know. And again, any questions, anything, feel free to message me. Thank you very much, guys, for joining me. I always appreciate it. Please like, follow, share, Twitter, subscribe, all the good stuff. Support me, support my buddies, the Kitchen Killers. They'll be coming up soon. Hanging with Web Show, Dishes and Stitches, all of those guys below. So if you're on my page, please go down below and check them out. And thanks, guys. Take it easy, Terry. I appreciate you joining me as always. Have a good night.